Hello, everyone. This is Tolu. Once again, welcome to the class. And my display name on Slack is ToluFolorunso, and my Twitter handle is developer Tolu. Today, we are going to continue with introduction to JavaScript. And these are the concepts that we are going to cover today: functions, objects, arrays, and the basics introduction to them. This is my gift from me to you. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. Don't ever, I mean it, don't quit. If you do, I will beat you. Don't quit. So please, we are starting now. JavaScript function. And mind you, I know it seems I offended some people last week, last class, about Messi and Ronaldo. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. But mind you, Ronaldo is the best. Just accept that. So JavaScript functions. We have a lot of things to cover today, and you don't have time. Maybe in 1 hour, 30 minutes, you are done. But if you can see, these are just too much to cover within that 1 hour, 30 minutes. But I will try my best to give you all what you need. Now, JavaScript functions. JavaScript function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. It allows us to structure our code into smaller and more reusable units. And to declare variables, we do something like this. We have something like this. The function keyword, the name of the function, the parameters, if any, and the body of the function. So our code, you go inside this body of the functions. And by convention, the function name should start with a verb, like get data, calculate age, etc. So something like this, function, say, and the parentheses, then the curly braces. So if you can look at this, this is a function, this is a verb. Also, this one is a verb, and also this one is a verb. So function add. That means we want to add two numbers, the A and the B. So if you look at this now, we have the function keyword, the function name, the parameters, if there is any, and the statement, the code, the JavaScript code, and the return keyword. I will try to explain everything to you in code. So just, if you want to create a function, just know that you will have the function keyword, the name of the function, the parameter, and the block, and the functions body. So let's go back to here. So now I created a JavaScript files. I named this one function JS, arrays JS, conditional JS, and object JS. And I have CSS and HTML inside there. And these are the things we are going to do today. And sorry guys, before we proceed, I want to show you this calculator. So this is your next task. Your next task. You will build something like this. The UI is left for you. I don't know how you want to do it. Just do something that I will love to see. So I can do something like this: 2 + 2 = 6. And we will be very, very thorough on this. Maybe 2 points for the UI, your design, something like that, the functionalities of the calculator, and how you structure your JavaScript code using functions that we want to learn now. If you look at this now, that means you are going to host this, your interface with GitHub. And also, when you want to submit your assignments, you submit the link to the GitHub page and also the link to your code. So we want to see both the live page and the code. Thank you for that. So now this is the page we are going to work with. I have inputs, a button, test, and so on and so forth. So now I will put this, okay, on my JavaScript, my VS Code, sorry, on this one. Good. So we are starting from the functions. So now, to declare a function, I said you are going to have function keyword. Then the function name, this bracket, and this curly braces. So this the function, the body of the function. So okay, let's give this function a name. Apart from this, let me say hello, and I will log something out. Log hello what? So if I save now, can you see now we can't. With this now, I mean this is our next project, our next task, our next assignment, not the one not the one we said without front end. This one you are having the front end now. This is another task, another assignment for you. So you build this calculator and make it work. I hope you understand now. So now let's continue with our stuff. So if there is nothing here, and if I run this code, there is nothing here. Why? I don't even know. The second thing I have here is, that means we are going to call the function. This function, say hello, is just sitting down there doing nothing. It's just taking space on the computer memory, not until we say, okay, I want to call this function. Okay, if I want to call the function, that means you will have to say hello, the function name, then the parentheses. And if I save now, we have hello world. So this is how to declare a function, and to invoke that function, you do it this way. And this function is doing nothing. Just look at this. This function is doing nothing. But I want this function to do something for me, like hello there, hello, maybe your name, hello, the user, hello, something like that. So I can just say function. I want to create another function. I will give that function get get name. So the function will have a parameter, and the parameter will be name. Then I will log this out. So I will say name. So now, if I want to call the function now, the only thing I need to do is to call the function by its name. And the name is get name. If I save, you are getting undefined. Why? Because you are not passing anything to the function. So I have to pass something into that function. This function require an argument, and the argument I want to pass is this, my name. So get, I'm invoking the function and I pass in the argument. This function will take the argument and it will log the name out. So you are getting Tolu. So I hope you guys understand this. Okay, let me check. If there is any question, please ask now before I move forward. If there is any question. If there is any question. If there's any question, no question now. Okay, let's go on. So the next thing here is...
Sorry, there's a kind of confusion in the chat box. So a lot of people are wondering how they are supposed to build a calculator without front end. I don't know if it was specified in the task, but let me just ask you.
Yes, but there will be another one that will have this interface. Okay, I've removed it. That would have the front end, but the previous one is to use prompt to get value from the user. Hello?
I can hear you. So the one that they're going to build a front end, is it on the Zuri board?
No, for now, no. But okay, that will be the next assignment.
Okay. So please, I hope everyone is clear now. Okay. Thank you.
Now, then I have this, but I want to do something now. I want to console log this thing. I want to show you something here. Console.log. If you look at this, you are getting hello, or you are getting Tolu for the first. Let me remove this. You are getting Tolu for the log inside the function body, and you are also getting something undefined. Why? And function in line 10, and this line 10, we are getting undefined. Why? That means any function will surely return something. All the function will surely return something. If you don't specify this return keyword. So if we specify this return keyword in your function, that means the function will return whatever value you want to return. So I can function can have an optional return statement, and this is required if you want to return a value from a function. And this statement should be the last statement in the function. That means when you want to return something, the return statement should be the last thing in your function body. So let's do this now. Get, let me create another function. I will give that function, sorry, I will remove this console.log. So I will create another function dot get name, get full name. get full name, and the first one is the first name, and the second one is your last name. So let me create another variable, and I will call that variable full name. So the full name, I will assign the first name that you are getting from outside the function, and the last name. So I'm concatenating the first name and the last name, and I will give this a space. I will give it a space. So I will return the full name. I'm getting errors. Why? Okay. So I will invoke the function. So I will just get full name. So the function needs two arguments. The first argument is Tolu, and the second argument is Zuri. So if I save now, I will get, okay. And I want to save, it to another variable. So I will call that variable full name. So I will save. So I will log the full name. I will log it out and I will save. Can you see now? Tolu Zuri. Any question before I proceed? I said the previous assignment, just use prompt to get data from the user. This second assignment, we are using front end for it, but the last one, just use a prompt to get data from the user. Hello everyone. I hope you understand that. Someone said, can we have another function inside the function? Yes, in JavaScript, we can do that. We can have function inside functions. But mind you guys, this I have just started 1 hour 30 minutes, and I need to cover a lot of things. So it will be very, very difficult for me to cover everything you need to know. After everything, I will share some resources with you guys, so you can go out there and do something with those resources. So now let's continue. So yeah, now I said, okay, I want to get full name, and I have the parameter. I need the first name and the last name, and I'm getting that first name here and the last name here. So, and I save the whatever that this function return to this variable full name. So I log it out here. So we are getting our answer, Tolu Zuri. Zuri is not my last name. So let's continue. And I said, when you have return keyword, if I have other code after this return keyword, let me console.log something here. Let me console.log something here. Can you see? This one will not run. This code will not run. Immediately JavaScript sees this return statement, the function will stop executing. That means you can't have anything after the return statement. But if I move this code up now, If I move this code, I move it up and I save, I will get it. But after the return statement, this other code, after the return statement, it will not, this code will not run. I hope you understand. So another thing I want to show you is default value. What if I did not give this Zuri and I save like this and I'm getting Tolu undefined, which is not good enough. So I should have a way to prevent something like this in my encode. So that is where we have this default value. So to have a default value, I will copy this code again and I will put it under here and I will remove all this code. I will cut this one. I will put it under that one. So if I save, I'm still getting Tolu undefined. But if I want to have a default parameter in ESs, you have something like this, I can just give it a default parameter by using assignment operators. And to use assignment operator, after the assignment operators, I will give the value, whatever value I want. If the user does not does not specify the second argument, then the JavaScript will use this default parameters. So I will give it somebody. So if I save now, can you see now hello somebody? So the JavaScript is using this. But if I give this a value and I save, I'm getting Tolu color. If I don't have this, if I don't have all this, I'm getting undefined somebody. So I need to give this a default value, like hello somebody. So now, can you see now we are getting hello somebody. So please, guys, any question before we proceed? Any question before we proceed? So I have this example now. Let's do something. Write example. I want you to write a function now, and the function should be the minimum of A and B. That means this function will return the list of two numbers A and B. So I want you guys to do it now. I'm expecting you guys. So I want the function should return the list out of the two parameters. So the function and the name of the function, the parameters for the function is A and B, and the function body with the function body. Now, I want to return the list of these two numbers. So the thing I need to do is just if A is less than B, that means the A is the list number. So I will just say, okay, return A. F return B. So I will remove this console.log. I hope we understand this function. I hope you understand this function. So I hope Victor Agubuke, I hope you can see my screen properly now. So now we just save that. I know I will log it out. We don't have time. I will log it out. So mean 2 and 3. So if I save, console.log. So if I save, I'm getting to that. That means 2 is the list. So if I put here and I save, I'm getting 3. Guys, I hope you understand this. I hope you understand this. We don't have time. Any question before we proceed? Okay. So the next thing on the next thing is JavaScript objects. JavaScript objects. So objects are collections of key property value pairs, and this how to declare. This is how to create create an object, and these are the keys, and these are the properties of the object. These are the properties of the object. Property value can be a string, can be a number, can be a Boolean value, an array, and a function. So okay, let's check this out. The objects. It's just like you are creating a variable. So let the object name, then the object itself, the body of the object, the properties, and this is the values and the key. And all these properties are separated by a comma. By a comma. So okay, I will go back to my HTML. I will remove the function. So we are on JavaScript objects now. JavaScript objects. Okay. Okay, it's working now. So let me remove this. Hello guys, before I proceed, any question? Any question, please? The F name and the object name is predefined, or we can use anything we want. Yes, you can use anything you want. Anything you want. Let me go back. Functions. You can use anything you want. Anything you want. I can just, as you said, I can just do something like this. You are in charge. And this is your code, so you are in charge. So whatever you want with your code, do it. You are in charge. Anasi, you are in charge. Okay, thank you. Creating objects. How to create objects? You can create objects in more than two different ways, but we'll be using this. Let empty object equal this. Very simple. Life is good. To create objects it's very simple. You have the let keyword or const of var, anyone you want out of them, then the name of the function of the object, and this curly braces. Life is good. Very simple. Good stuff. Now, So if I log this out now, if I log this out, empty object, and I save, let me minimize it and put my, can you see now? We are getting the empty object. That means we are not doing anything with the object. Okay, let's do something meaningful. Let's do something meaningful. So let's create a object of this, a person, then the assignment operator and the curly braces. So I can just say first name, then we have this column and the value. This is the key and the value. The value I'm giving here is I want to find a name here. Taiwo Aturashe, if I'm correct. So and I save. So if I log this out now and I console log the person and I save, and we are getting it. The object, the first name, the key, and the value. Very simple. You don't have any problem. So let's create another one. Let's create another object. And that object, I will use const. I want to let you know that you can also use const for object. So user equal, and the user and the, you are using first name as the property. First name. Let me find someone there. So I will use sunshine. Okay, and the last name. Zuri. I know your name. Your last name is not Zuri. So your age. Can you tell me your age? Sunshine, can you tell me your age? What's your age? Okay, I will just put 25. I will put 25 and and I will create another property, and the property will be a function. Will be a function, and the property name is get full name. The function, so we can have a function inside our object, and here I will return something. No, okay. Let me return something from the function. So your name, this dot first name. Okay. And your last name, Zuri. So I save. So we created another object, and the object has four properties. Is a text, a number, and a function. Any function inside object is called method. Is called method. So this function now is a method on the user object. And the second thing here is how to access all these properties in the function, in the object. You can access properties in an object in two different ways. The first one is dot notation, and the second one is bracket notation. The first one, which is dot notation, is just like this. You want to, I want to select or have access to the first name. I will just, let me log something out. So I will do something like this. The user dot the property. If I save now, I get sunshine. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, I will explain that. I'm coming. I will explain that. So now, if I want to ask, let's me have user dot last name. User dot h. So if I save, we have sunshine, Zuri, and 25. Using bracket notation, we just do it this way. The user and the square bracket, you have a quote, then the name of that property, which is first name. If I save now, I'm still getting sunshine. So it's very simple. Using dot notation, let me put it there. Maybe dot notation. Using dot notation and the bracket notation. Now, I want to get access to this. I will use dot notation now. I want to get access to that object. I want to call that object, that method inside the function, inside the object. So I will just, let me create a variable, full name. So I will do something like this, the user dot the method name. Then I will call the function on the method like this. If I save, I'm getting uncut reference error. Last name is not defined. Let's go back on line 21. Objects on line 20, on line 13. Okay, let's go there. Yes. Last name is not defined. Okay, let me. This error is telling me that last name is not defined and we have the last name here. When you want to have access to your properties inside that object, you want to have access, this is a method, and you want to have access, you want to get this property, and you want to use this all this property inside this method. That means we need to use this keyword, this. If I log this out now, if I log this out, can you see? That means this keyword is pointing to the user object. This keyword is pointing to the user object. That means who is the JavaScript will do something like, okay, who is calling me? The user. Okay, the user is who? Is sunshine. Okay, I'm going to put this sunshine. Who is calling me? User. Which user? Which user? Sunshine. Very simple. That means this method does not understand this last name, because this last name is not this one. But if we want to point to this one, we need, if we want to point to this one, we need to use this keyword dot last name. So if I save, I'm getting my this thing now. Sunshine. Something is not right here. Okay, yes. So I'm getting this one. So I will remove this one. So I will log the full name now. If I save so Sunshine Zuri, life is good. Any question before I proceed? David, I said this keyword, this is pointing to the object itself. David, I hope you can hear me. This is pointing to the user. So this dot first name will point to this. This dot last name will point to this. I will share some resources about this after the video. David, I hope you understand. Divine, you are lost. Try to, I will find you. Don't worry, I will find you. I will find you. Just if you have any problem, just get in touch with me. You are not lost. Even if you are lost, I will find you. Don't worry. So now, this is pointing to the object. So I will remove this now. So the next thing here is that means to modify the value. That means if you want to modify this value now, the value of the properties. So I can easily do it by just doing something like this. User dot first name. So the assignment operator, which is equal to, so I will use David. Don't worry, David, I will find you. You are not lost. I will find you. Okay, not David, safe. Not David. So if I log it out now on first the whole object, if I log it out, can you see now? We can modify the value of our properties on the fly. Can you see? Here we are getting the first console log, we are getting the sunshine, but here we have changed it to something else. So the next thing is adding a new property. So we can add properties to that object. So to do that, we just user dot the property name. So so I want to add this. If this guy is married, so the guy is married. So I will put. So if I log the user out, I will cut that one. I will put it there. Yeah. So now let's see. So I can add another property on the fly. So it's married. If this guy, you are not lost. I will. If you are lost, I will find you. So I hope you have not worried. So let's continue. So I can add a new property to this object. You can do that on the fly. Life is good. So let's continue. We can also delete a property from the object. So I want to delete the age property now. It's very simple. Just this delete, and the property you want to delete. I want to delete the age property. I will copy this. I will put it under here so we can compare. So if I save now, so here now, here we are having the age. This is the age, but here the age is gone. That means the age is gone. Let me remove this. Here we have the age, but here there is no age again. It's gone. We have deleted the age property. So the next one is how to check if a property exists in the object. If you want to check if a property exists in the object. So let me log it out directly. We don't have time. So I want to check if first name, this first name exists inside the object. So I will just say the name of the object in quotes, then in the object name. This is the object name. This user. So we are checking here if the first name property is in this user object. So if I cut this log and I put it under here, I want you to see something now. Okay. I don't need to put it there. Just save. So it will return true. That means the property exists inside the object. But if I have another one now, maybe another thing like address. If I check now, we get false because address is not inside the user, the user object. I hope you understand. Any question before I proceed? Any question? Why is I'm very, very sorry. Hello, I'm very, very sorry. Hello, can you hear me now? I'm very sorry. Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay, thank you. So here now, example, write code to sum all salaries and store in variable sum. That means we are to write a code to sum all this salary, to add it up. So if you want to do that, that means we are going to use this for in loop to do that. I want us to do it. So now to do that, I will add the for in loop. Let salary in, okay, I need to get this in salaries. So let sum equal, so I will put 0 there to start with. So I will remove this for now. We don't need it. I hope you can hear me. Guys, I hope you can hear me. Yes, they can. Okay, thank you. So to that, we do something like this. The salary, the sum, the salary, this and the key. So if I log that out, the sum now, if I log it out, we are getting 580. Am I correct? If you add this, if you add it up, 200 plus, the other is 210, that is 580. Yes, you get it. I hope we understand. Any question before I proceed? Any question? Any question? Is get full name function the same as function get full name, or is it just the syntax for writing function and object? Please kindly start from is married. Wow. Yeah, I said we can add property. You can add a new property to objects. So to do that, we have the object's name, the property we want to add, the new property you want to add, and the assignment operator and the value that you want to store in that inside the key. So this is how to do it. Then to delete a property, we use this delete keyword. Then the property you want to delete, user, you want to delete the H property inside the user, and we log the user out. Here we don't have it here now. We have age here, but here we don't have age anymore. The age is gone. And I said checking if a property exists. So to check the property name that you want to check in, that means you are going to use this in and the name of that object. So we are checking if user first name is in user, if address is in user, and this will return true or false. So this one will return true now because this first name exists inside the user object, but this address does not exist inside the user object. Can you see now? You are getting through here, we are getting false here. So here now I said write codes to sum all salaries and store in this variable sum. So we have this salary and this the name of the workers, their salary. So we want to add them together. So the examples say we should add it and save it inside this variable, and we add everything together using for in loop, and we log it out. Live is good. Any question before I proceed? So now the next one on our agenda is JavaScript arrays. So array is a single variable that is used to store different elements. An array is an order list of value. Now we have this is the array, we have the value. These are the value we store inside the array, and this value are indexed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let me close this one. I have the array. Okay, before that, I will remove this object. I will get this. Then I will move. Okay, let's start with array now. Hello, question?
Sorry, can you come back to that for loop? A lot of them are asking for you to come back to that for loop.
The for in loop. The for in loop. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Back to the for in loop. This for in loop will get us all the properties that we have inside the object. It will get us the key, the property key. These are the keys. So the for in loop will get us so this is how to do it. You have the let keyword, then the key. This key, you can have anything. I can put anything I like. I can just say, okay, maybe it will work. So this I will refer, or in this I will point to each key inside the object. So if I log this out, so I will get all the keys. And these are the keys inside it now. And if you look at this, my file is object.js line 40. Okay, line 40. Can you see now? I'm getting first name, last name, the method, which is get full name, and this is married. So I'm getting all the keys inside the object. So the syntax to use is very simple. You have this for, then let I in user. So you can have anything you want here. You can use anything. So, but I would prefer to use key because I'm pointing to the key inside the object, So if I'm still getting the same thing now. I hope you get that. Nope. Key is not a reserved word in JavaScript. So I can use it here. I can use anything here. It's not a must that you must use key here. Adiola, Samuel. I hope you get that. So I can even get the values from that. So I'm getting the values now. So these are the values inside the object. Okay, if I remove the let, someone is asking, if I remove the let, it will work. But I prefer to have that let. I can use something else. So let me have the let. I hope you understand your name again, your name. I can't find you again. I can't find you. Oh, can't see you again. So you can have it there or you can leave it out. So if I remove it, my code is still running, so I don't have any problem. I hope I can proceed now. I hope I can proceed. Okay, let's continue. So I want you to write this. I will remove all this code. So let's proceed to arrays now. I will remove this. I'm getting this back. So arrays. We don't have time, so I need to be fast. Please, I need to be fast. So array is a single variable that is used to store different elements. An array is an order list, as I said before. So everything inside arrays, they are ordered. This 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0, 1, 2, 3, because in programming we start counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So now to create an array, we have something like this. Let array equal this. So if I log it out, if I log this out, if I log this out, I need to be fast. So I'm getting the empty array because we don't have anything inside it. We can create array in another way, like doing something like this, but I will not talk much about this. So you can create an array by using array2, by using the new keyword array and something like this. So you can create an array like this. So if I log it out, you're still getting the empty array, but I will not talk about this because we don't have time again. So I will save. So I'm still getting it. So now let's create something. Let's do something meaningful now. So let's create this now. Top 3 evers. Top 3 ever. We have, these are the top 3 I know. These are the top 3 I know. So I save now and I log this out. Top. And I save, you are getting the array now. So we have Ronaldo, Rooney, and Kaka. These are the top 3 we have now. So now to access each element inside that array, so we do it this way to have access to them. So the name of the array, which is top 3, top 3 ever. So to have access to them, you have the square bracket. The first one will be 0. So if I save, I'm getting Ronaldo because we will start counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2. If you want to have access to Rooney now, we have 1. To have access to Kaka, we have 2. We have 2. I'm sorry. So we can modify it. Values inside the array. We can modify them by doing something like this. So let's modify it. I want to remove. Sorry. Top 3 ever. So sorry. So I want to modify it. I want to remove the Kaka. Maybe Kaka is not among the top 3. So I can put something, another value here. I can modify the value now. I can give it another name like who's okay, my guy Okosha. So if I save now and let's log it out and let's see. Top 3. If I save now, so we are getting Ronaldo, Rooney, and Okosha. So these are the top 3. So I've modified the last value. I've removed the last value and I put Okosha. So this Kaka is gone. Then we're having Okosha in place of it. So now this one, I will not do much on it because I don't have time. So we can have nested arrays, like something like this. Array inside array, array inside arrays, arrays inside array, and you separate them with comma. I don't know. These are the nested arrays. So to have access to them, now maybe the first one I can just say log nested array. So if I want to have access to the first one, which is if I log it out, so we are getting the first one. So if I want to have access to this 3, I will have another square bracket, and the 3 are in index 2. This 1, 0, 1, 2. So I will just put 2. So I save, I will get the 3. Life is good. So we can also have arrays and objects. That means this you will always be working with something like this. So I can just have users equal the array. So we have objects. So the name of the user, Tolu, and the ID 1. So I can change this to Jude, then 2. So I save. Okay, I need to put this comma, and if I log that out now, user, if I log it out, so we are getting arrays of objects. So I can still have access to the first one by doing something like this. So I'm getting the second one, which is this. Because the first one 0 and the second one is 1. So we are getting the second element in the array. Life is good. Any question now? Any question? Any question? Any question? Okay. Here, arrays properties and method. The first properties I will talk about is we want to get, if you want to get, I will cut this. No, I will get this. I will use this one. If I want to get the length of this array now, I will just have something like this. Log dot length. So I want to get the length of the array. So if I save now, undefined, what is okay? I'm getting 3. So we are having 3, 1, 2, 3. So the length of the array is 3. Nested array, how did you get 3? Okay, this is how I get the 3. This 3. If I want to have access to this 3 now, I will the name of the array. Then I'm getting the first item, and the first element in this array is 0. So I'm getting it here. So after getting this, this 3 now is in index of 2 because we are counting from 0, 0, 1, 2. So we are having 2 here, then we get 3. I hope you get that. Ejimole. I don't know if I'm correct. So the next one is this push. That means we want to add an element to the end of the array. So I will still continue using this top 3 because we don't have time again. So I will just put top 3 dot push. That means we are pushing this the element. This push, we have an argument. So the argument is the element you want to add to the array. So we want to add what should we add? So I'm also, so if I log this out now, top 3 ever, if I save now, so we are adding to the end of the array. Onidamola, why now? Why are you saying that? Please, so this one is to remove an element from the end. So I will just copy this because I don't have time, and I will change this, and you don't need to pass in anything. So if I save now, I'm removing the Tolu because this one we remove the element from the end. The next one we remove an element from the beginning. That means we remove the first element. So we have something like this. Shift. You don't need to have this. So if I save, so I remove the first element. The last one, we add element to the beginning. That means you can add element to the beginning. So I will just paste, and I have this. So I want to add Ronaldo. I want to add it back. So if I save now, I'm adding Ronaldo to the beginning of the arrays. Any question before I proceed? I'm sorry. My time is almost up. I'm sorry for that. So now, find. So if you want to find an element inside array, we use this method find. So the name of the array dot find, something like this, and you pass in callback function. You pass in a function as an argument, and that function we call it callback function. So we pass in a function inside it. So let's do something now. Let's have the top three. I will do something, please. I will remove this. I want to clear all my console log. I want to clear them. I want to clear everything. Okay, good. So I will still copy this. I will. So let's continue now. What if I want to find this? If there is Ronaldo inside the array. So to do that, we can use top three, the name of the array dot the find method, then the function inside it, like this. So this function we take and this find method will give us three parameters. Yes, the first one is the item in the array, and the second one is the index of each element in the array, and the last parameter is the array itself, this array itself. So we have access to the item, each item in the array, then the index of each element in the array, and the array itself. But here I just need the item, I need the element. Let me call it elements. So if I log the element now, if I log the element out, if I log it out, let's see what we get. So if I save, has already been declared. Top 3 has already been declared. Okay, that is true. So I can remove this. So if I save, okay, I want to remove this. Okay, if I save now, so you are getting Ronaldo, Rooney, and Kaka. So now, so what if you want to find if there is Ronaldo inside the array? You just have something like this, return. So you will specify the condition. So we are looking for Ronaldo. So we can just say, okay, elements. If there's any elements that equal to Ronaldo, so I will log everything out. Okay, let me just save it. Let me just save it. So if I log that out, so if I save, so it returned the Ronaldo. That means we have Ronaldo inside it. But what if we don't have Ronaldo inside this arena? If I remove this Ronaldo and I save, we are getting undefined. That means we are not, there is no Ronaldo inside the array. We are not getting Ronaldo inside the array. So the next one now is filter. And filter is used to filter an array based on specified condition or specified criteria. So the filter function will return a new array containing all the array's elements that pass the given condition. So I will remove all this now. I will move away from using top 3 ever, and I will have another array, and I will give it ages. So we have 52, we have 18, we have 14, we have what again? Okay, 40. So what if we need above 18 now? We need above 18. Anything below 18, we don't need it. So we only need the above 18. So to do that, you can use filter for that. To do that, we have the array name, which is ages. Okay, this filter will return a new array. So I can store the new array inside this variable. So I will have ages dot filter, the callback function. That means you are passing function as an argument inside the filter. So we have function, and the filter method gives us the each element in the array. So the each element, okay, I will use age. That means we are getting each age. So okay, let's log it out to show you that you are getting each age now. So if I log the age out now, so we are getting each age 52, 18, 14, 40. But we want those who are above 18. We just have the return statement. Then we specify the condition we want, and the condition should be age greater or equal 18. Okay, I hope this thing okay. So if before I save, I will log it out. Ages. Can you see now? You are getting another array, but this one will not affect the original array. It will not modify it. So if I log the original array, and I save, can you see now? This is the original array. That means this filter method will not modify this one. The filter method will return new array. Now, I hope we understand that. Any question before I proceed? Any question? Any question? Any question? No question? Okay. The next one we are going to work with is include. This include method will check if certain elements is in the array, and it will return true or false. So if we want to work, let's work with these ages now. So we want to check if 18 is inside the array. So I will just, this one is very simple. So I just have ages dot include. dot includes. So I'm checking if there is eight. If this element is inside the array. So if I save, so it will return true because 18 is inside the array. But if I specify something else, like 19 now, it will return false because we don't have any number, any element that is 19 inside this array. So this one is very simple, very, very simple. So the last one that we are to cover today is map. And this one is very, very, very important to know because you'll be using it in your career, your developer careers. So I want you to listen to in order to get everything here. So map method is used to transform array elements and include the result in a new array. That means if you are using this map, you can use this map to transform each element inside this array and return the new element. So I can just say something like this: let the new map equal ages, okay, dot map. That means we want to map over each element inside the array. So I will have the function inside the array, and the map will give us each element. That means we have access to each element here. So I will give it H. You can call it whatever you like. You can call it A, you can put D, you can put anything. But I will prefer to use H because this H is then H because I need access to each H. So I want to double each element in the array. I want to double them now. So to do that, I will just say H. I will have the return statement, return H, and I will multiply it by 2 because I want to double the H. Let me remove this one. So let me log this out. So new map. So if I save now, that means we get it. So 52, okay, 10. Yes. Yes. Any question before we proceed? You can still rewatch this video. Just reduce the speed. After this class, you can still watch this video. So now, I think we are done with arrays. So let's proceed to the last thing for today. Okay, these are the methods that you need to know. All these methods, you can come to this site to sorry. Okay, so the last one now is this, the DOM. And I will have the DOM here. Okay, I have the DOM here. I have the DOM here, so I want to minimize this. I will remove the alert, so I will put everything beside each other. Any question now? Okay, this is what I will do. I will create a video. on the DOM. Then I will upload it maybe today or tomorrow, latest tomorrow evening. I hope that will be good. So any question before I stop? Any question now? No question. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you all for today. I enjoy I enjoy everything. Thank you. I really appreciate. I really appreciate. So I want to show you something before I leave. Please give me some minutes. Okay. Okay. So our next assignment is this. So you will have the interface now, unlike the previous one. So yeah, the next one we have the interface, and the interface. The interface depends on what you want. You can design anything you want, just anything you want. Just give me something that I will really love to see. So you can do something like this. Just do something. Give us something that will give you the full mark. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.